Hi students, Mr. Metelsky here, and this video will be about graphing linear inequalities. So there are some main parts that we need to remember when we're trying to graph inequalities. And one of the parts that we need to remember, or characteristics, is what type of line it will be. So will it be a solid line or a dashed line? So solid line includes the or equal to, so either greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, versus the dashed line, which just includes strict, what we call strict inequalities, which is greater than and then also less than. The other characteristic that we need to keep in mind is whether we shade above or shade below. So we shade above when the symbol contains the greater than symbol, so greater than or equal to and also greater than. We shade below if it's a less than symbol, so less than or equal to, and then also less than. So I have two examples below here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of graphing them, and then we're also going to check to make sure that we're shading the right area by choosing a test point. So let's take a look at the first one. We have y is less than or equal to 1/2 x minus 3. So it's important that we identify the slope and the intercept, the m and the b. The m value is the coefficient of x, which is 1/2. The b value is -3. So remember, 1 divided by 2, this would mean up 1, right 2. And we're going to start at 0, -3. So here we go. I'm going to start by putting a point at 0, -3. And then I'm going to start to move up 1, right 2, and every time I'm going to put a point. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. And I keep going. Now, it's a less than or equal to sign, so I need to decide first what type of line it's going to be. Less than or equal to, well, that would be this symbol right here, so we have a solid line. I'm going to take my ruler, draw my solid line. And then we also need to determine if we're going to shade above or below. Well, here's our symbol, less than or equal to. The less than or equal to symbol's right here, and that's shade below. So what I'm going to do is, when I know which direction I'm shading, what I do is I like to draw little arrows from the line. Below means down. So I'm going to be shading where my little arrows point. So this region in here. Okay. So now we have our inequality graphed. The last thing we want to do is check a test point to make sure that what we're doing, or where we're shading, is actually the right area. So you can pick any point in this shaded section here. And let's pick, I'm going to do this point right here. Put an X there. And that point is 2, -4. So that's our test point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2, -4, plug x in for 2, or 2 in for x rather, and -4 in for y, into my inequality. So y is -4. So -4 is less than or equal to 1/2 times x, which is 2, minus 3. -4 is less than or equal to, well, half of 2 is 1. And 1 minus 3 is -2. So we have -4 is less than or equal to -2. And that's a true statement. So we know that we've shaded the correct area. So we're going to do this very similar thing for the second problem.
Yeah. Well.
So we have y is greater than negative 4x plus 10. So the slope is going to be negative 4. And the y-intercept is going to be 10. And remember, there's a division of 1 underneath the negative 4. So this really means down 4, right 1. And we're going to start at the point 0, 10. So 0, 10 I would plot right here. And I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1.
Okay, so these two
doing
they do have something in common, but I will tell you it's not x.
To get all my points.
So wait,
Now we need to decide what type of line it is. So it's a greater than symbol, so I'm going to go up top. Greater than means it's going to be a dashed line. Greater than also means to shade above. So dashed line and shade above. So with my ruler, I'm going to draw a dashed line.
Good. See, and then 18 is n. L is not 19. You're on the right track. So
And then shade above. Now, some of these problems are going to look very challenging to see, sort of judge what's above or below. But stick with my rule. If it's above, shade straight up. So from these points, shade up.
Which one does land? Graham does weight.
Shade up is going to be in this direction here.
You already have
because that's where the arrows are pointing. Now we can pick a test point to make sure we shade it in the right direction. Why don't we pick this point right here as a test point? That's 5, 0. So I'm going to come down here, 5, 0. That's my x and my y. I'm going to rewrite my inequality of y is greater than negative 4x plus 10. And I'm going to plug in. So it'd be 0 is greater than negative 4 times 5 plus 10.
That's okay, yeah. That's fine.
0 is greater than negative 20 plus 10. And negative 20 plus 10 is negative 10. 0 is greater than negative 10. Which again, that is a true statement. So therefore we know we've shaded in the correct spot. So my recommendation for you is really to make sure that you know this table here at the top, to make sure that you're getting all of the correct properties and the lines and below and above, and then making sure that I know how to identify the slope and the y-intercept so that you can plot lines properly. And then you can always check your work by taking a test point and plugging it in and solving to see if it creates a true statement. All right, good luck as you're working, and as always, if you need help, please let me know.